All the glory and rewards will belong to them alone. Hearing this, everyone agrees to the rules. After listening to all of this, Clay says that it means they cannot work together as a party this time and asks Takeru what he plans to do. He also points out that at least magic has not been banned, so if Takeru uses teleportation, he could return within half an hour. Takeru refuses and says that if he does that, it will bring a lot of complaints and unwanted attention. B is very upset because he cannot accompany Takeru in the competition. He starts crying and refuses to leave Takeru's side. Puni comes over and hugs him, and after that, B slowly calms down and falls asleep. Everyone is surprised and asks what she did. Puni casually replies that she simply used her magic. Then she tells Takeru that she will take care of B, so he should participate in the competition without worrying. Takeru agrees. The first place Takeru goes is the library. Using a search spell, he gathers as much information as he can about rainbow sheep. He learns that they can be found in the mountains of Tokorvana. After traveling for a long time, Takeru finally reaches the mountains. There he spots the rainbow sheep, each one covered in wool of different colors. According to the book, they're very difficult to catch because they move extremely fast. Instead of chasing them, Takeru uses his skill and speaks to them gently. He politely asks them to give him their wool. The sheep agree, and one by one, they offer their wool to him. After collecting it, Takeru prepares to leave, but then he notices a flying dragon soaring through the sky. Seeing it, Takeru thinks that maybe one day, B will look just like that. After traveling back, the guildmaster announces the winner of the competition. The winner is Takeru, because he is the first one to return with the wool. In the next scene, the guildmaster calls Takeru aside and tells him that they are changing his rank to FB. This title is given to adventurers they consider all-rounders. They explained that even though Takeru's official rank is F, he sometimes brings back very high-quality materials for his clients, which disrupts market prices. From now on, whenever he brings in exceptionally high-quality materials, the guild will pay him extra. This way, his skill will be properly rewarded without forcing him to raise his rank. Not only the guildmaster, but everyone wants Takeru's rank to increase. Since Takeru himself does not want that, this is the solution they came up with. Hearing all of this, Takeru reflects and realizes that he never meant to cause problems for others. He did not know that so many people were thinking about him. In the end, he agrees, and his rank officially becomes FB. Just then, Ariana rushes in and announces an emergency. A forest worm has appeared on the main road and will reach the city soon. The guildmaster says that normal adventurers cannot handle it, so Takeru and the others must take care of it. They head into the forest and are shocked by the massive size of the worm. To their surprise, they see Vel sitting on top of it. Vel is happy to see Takeru and says she has been looking for him for a long time. As she approaches him, a terrible smell surrounds her. Takeru immediately uses clean magic on her, washing her completely. Then he asks why she is riding such a huge monster. Vel asks him if he would do something for her. She reminds him that he wanted a unicorn, so she brought Kairos with her. She explains that the worm used to be her best friend back in her hometown. The worm still smells bad, so Takeru uses clean magic on it as well. Seeing this, the worm gets frightened and burrows into the ground. Takeru apologizes and says he does not want such a huge creature to ride. Vel replies that this means he wants a unicorn. Puni comments that a unicorn would look quite normal compared to her. Vel asks who Puni is, and Takeru says it is a long story and that he will explain once they reach town. Later they sit together, eat, and talk. Takeru tells Vel everything, how he formed a party with Clay, what happened in the village, and how they met Puni. After hearing all of this, Vel asks if she can join their team. Takeru replies that he actually planned to invite her the next time they met. Vel is happy and says she has trained a lot and has now reached A rank. Puni notices that Vel's aura is extremely pure and calming to her spirit. She starts to say something, but Vel stops her from continuing. Puni agrees to stay quiet. Vel then says she does not want to hide anything about herself, but before explaining, she wants them to hear her request. Vel explains that her older sister, Luthik Kara, ran away from their homeland. She asks them to help find her. Her sister was chosen to become the Shine Maiden, the one destined to give birth to the next leaders. She was supposed to marry a man from their clan and have a child, which is considered a great honor and a sacred duty passed down through tradition. However, before the wedding, her sister ran away, saying she did not love that man and refused to marry him. She left behind a condition. She said she would only marry if she was given a white Pegasus so beautiful that it should not even exist in this world. Vel explains that she went searching for that white Pegasus, but when she returned, her sister was already gone. That is when she realized that if anyone could find her sister, it would be Takeru. Takeru points out that her sister ran away because she did not want to marry and asks if bringing her back is really the right thing to do. Vel replies that she does not want to force her sister to return. She just wants to know why she left without telling her anything. Takeru agrees to help and asks Clay if he will help as well. Clay agrees and Puni does too. Takeru then says they should head to the elf hometown. He asks Vel where the elf village is located. Vel explains that it lies deep within the forest and only appears when certain conditions are met. To reach it, they must pass through the forest. She says that elves use their unique magic to create paths that only elves know. Outsiders are never told about them. It is like a special form of magic. Puni then transforms and says that if they are going deep into the forest, everyone should ride on her. They agree, and Puni carries them swiftly into the depths of the forest. Once they are deep inside, Vel begins to pray. As she does, a vortex opens up. Vel tells everyone to touch the vortex with their eyes closed. She enters first, followed by Clay and B. Takeru is about to go in when Puni warns him to be careful around Vel. She says Vel is very bright, but he should not let that fool him. Before Takeru can ask what she means, Puni enters the vortex. Takeru follows them inside and is stunned by the sight before him. The place is incredibly beautiful. He says in awe that this must be the home of the elves. Soon the others arrive as well, a bit dirty from falling. Takeru is about to use clean magic on them when suddenly a barrage of arrows rains down. Takeru quickly creates a shield and asks what is going on. Vel suddenly stops her companions and picks up one of the arrows, saying it belongs to her homeland. At that moment, a man appears who already knows Vel. He says he sensed an intruder entering the village and knew it had to be her. Hearing this, Takeru is shocked and remembers Puni's warning to be careful around Vel. After that, the two men start questioning Vel again, asking how she dared to bring outsiders into their home. Vel tries to calmly explain that they are her friends and that they would not harm anyone. She tells them that they are only looking for Luthic Kara, but the man still refuses to listen. He reminds her of the rules of their home and then looks at Puni, saying that she even brought a monster here. Hearing that, Puni gets furious. She steps outside the barrier and angrily asks how he dared to call her a monster. Her anger keeps rising until she suddenly transforms. Seeing this, the man gets terrified and realizes that Puni is actually a god. Puni openly admits it and warns them that she will not spare anyone who mocks her. After saying that, she strikes them with lightning. This finally knocks some sense into them, and the man immediately starts apologizing. Puni tries to say something more, but the villagers are unable to hear her at all. Seeing this, Takeru is shocked. He realizes that when Puni is in her horse form, only people with very high magic can hear her voice. The villagers then ask why they have come to their village. Takeru introduces himself and his party, explaining that he is an all-rounder adventurer. Hearing this, the man relaxes and introduces himself as Ilkar, a warrior who protects this place. He then starts guiding them toward the village. While walking, Puni quietly tells Takeru that she senses a very unpleasant presence in the village. However, no one pays much attention to it and they continue forward. Soon they reach a massive tree and realize that this is the elf village. Ilkar explains that before entering, they must purify themselves with water. Takeru agrees, but says he wants to do one thing first. He explains that there is heavy mana pollution here and that he wants to clean it. Using his magic, he clears the polluted mana. Everyone immediately feels much more relaxed. After doing this, Takeru thinks to himself that his cleansing spell turned out to be far more powerful than expected, mainly because the mana in this village is extremely dense. After that, they move forward and climb the tree. Vel explains that this is the great tree Govin, and inside it lies a palace where the high elves live. Only high elves or those with special permission are allowed to enter. Hearing this, Clay is shocked and asks Vel if that means she is a high elf. Vel admits that she is. Takeru then asks what is wrong with that. Vel explains that even though she is a high elf, she broke the law. High elves are not allowed to leave the village. Clay adds that high elves strictly follow rules and regulations, and their laws are extremely strict. Takeru responds that it does not matter. If leaving the village was her choice, then she had every right to follow her own will. He says that personal choice is more important than rules and that he is sure she had a valid reason for leaving. He believes that while following laws is important, crushing your own heart to obey them is even worse. People should live the way they want to live. Hearing this, Vel is deeply shocked and starts blushing. Clay also adds that he does not care much about his village rules either. Puni agrees and bluntly says that high elves are narrow-minded